Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. No Saints TV Weekly this week, but the news has finally dropped. It is confirmed, it's official. We always kind of knew this was happening over the last probably 8 days. It was the worst kept secret in the AFL world, but it has now finally been confirmed by President Andrew Bassett. Club update, it's been sent out, I believe, to everyone. And it goes like this. Dear Jake, hope you're well. I'm pleased to provide you with an exciting update. On behalf of the board, I would like to announce that Ross Lyon has been appointed as the senior coach of our AFL men's program. With more than 35 years experience in the AFL as a player, coach, analyst and commentator, Ross is one of the most widely respected senior coaches in the competition and brings a breadth of experience to the role. We've spent the last 10 days talking extensively to Ross. He's presented to our board and met multiple times with myself, Simon Lethlean, and Jeff Walsh to share his vision for the future of our program. Ross emerged from our review as the primary target, and it became clear in our discussions that he had the vision and characteristics that we need in a senior coach. There's a fair bit more to cover off there. He is going to be announced, I think, formally at 1 p.m. So I'm doing this video just before that press conference because I want to watch it. I will do a video maybe later about that press conference and if anything else comes from it. But this is more of just a general announcement video that Ross Lyon is officially senior coach of St Kilda. I think he starts as of November 1st, so he has about a week to get everything going. Obviously, we all know the history about Ross, and that's going to divide a lot of supporters. It's going to be full of support. I am very, very excited. I'm going to just come right out and say it. I don't mind if people disagree with me and they're feeling a bit pessimistic, and some people have already said they're going to get rid of their memberships, they're going to not sign up next year, or they've already cancelled it, which I think is a little bit silly. I think you've got to give them a chance, but you're entitled to your own opinion. I think this is ruthless. I think this is really decisive from the club. I know that a lot of people have said, why didn't we go through a formal process and interview 10 different people? But if you know what you want and you see the person that has the characteristics of what you want in the club as a senior coach, to help guide this club in a direction that will get us closer to a flag than what it currently is, why would you spend a month interviewing 10 people when you really know Ross has got everything that we need? Sure, he's got a bit of a, there's a bit of a history there, but we can move on from that. There's no one from the previous administration when Ross left at the end of 2011 that are around at the moment. So this is essentially, it's a new club. Sure, it's called St Kilda, but it's a different club. There is no current player on our list that has played under Ross apart from Brad Hill, and that was back at Fremantle. Ross Lyon might even get the best out of Brad Hill. It brings, I guess, a bit more excitement to our 150th year anniversary. I think there are some rumours of some other Sainers hopefully jumping on board in some capacity under Ross, which would be amazing. Nick Rewalt's been surprisingly very quiet during this whole process, so I can't wait to hear back when he gets back from America and he can shed sort of a bit more light on if he had any sort of input on this. I'm really excited about this. I think that out of all of the, the biggest, I guess, weaknesses that the club and the players as a collective have at the moment, Ross's strengths counter those. I think we're a bit soft, we're a bit quiet, we're a bit introverted. I don't think we push ourselves enough. I don't think tactically on game day we're switched on enough, when games aren't going our way. I think the demeanour of the players, could be different under Ross. And you look at the footage from the other day, there's players already hitting the gym. Hunter Clark, footage of him back in the gym. This is sort of stuff that I think Ross Lyon can drive, because that it's either you push yourself to the brink for Ross or you don't get a game. So there's integrity there from the start. You know what to expect from Ross. And the fact that players like Andrew Brayshaw, Fremantle superstar, has come out and basically said Max King has tried to contact him to chat about, what to do under Ross. Brayshaw's best advice is work your ass off. And that's what we want to see. So I think, although we had some good wins under Rats, we made finals once, with in a fairly unique year in 2020. I think moving forward that Ross Lyon being senior coach is going to be a fun ride. It makes us relevant again. We're box office again, as a good friend of mine has said. We're going to get bums on seats. You got to be there for round one. Ross's game, his first game back in over 10 years. It's going to be amazing. And as much as people, don't rate Ross, and the fact that he hasn't won a premiership, I think is ridiculous. You can't just judge him on losing grand finals. 09 we should have won. We had more inside 50s, missed our chances. He doesn't control our goal kicking. 2010, we were getting done at half time, and it's Ross Lyon tactically that changed the entire game. That's the reason why we should have won it, but we drew it. It was unbelievable what he did in the second half, some of the changes that he made, and then we were shot the next week. That just happened. And then with Fremantle against a dynasty team in Hawthorn, they lost by less than 20 points, I think, or less than 4 goals. So they could have won that game as well. They missed their chances, kicked badly. He could have easily been a 2-time, 3-time premiership coach, but he's not. But I think he's the perfect fit for us. I think regardless of his history, I'm very glad to have Ross Lyon back. I'd love to hear your thoughts, Sainers. More details will emerge after the 1 p.m. press conference and throughout the day, throughout the week, really. The more coverage this gets, the more videos I will do on it. But first and foremost, I want to hear your thoughts. Are you happy that Ross Lyon is back as senior coach of the St Kilda Football Club? For me, this is it just makes me go back to 09-10. I don't know. I have this nice feeling about the club again. I never thought I'd lived again to see a club bring someone back like Ross Lyon. I thought that was kind of the glory days. That's done. That's all history. But now that that's come full circle and he's back, and he's not coming back just to cruise. That's one thing with Ross. I really do believe he's coming back. He sees something in this list. He's rated this list publicly on Footy Classified a couple of times. I think he knows that this list has got more in it than it's showed in the last couple of seasons. And I'm really excited to see what he can do with it. So yeah, comment your thoughts. Let me know. Are you happy about this appointment, or are you dissatisfied? Are you worried? Comment your thoughts. I'll respond when I can. Let's create a debate. Let's create a discussion and talk about it, because this is huge news, exciting news for me at least. So hopefully you're excited as well. And yeah, we'll stay tuned for the 1 p.m. press conference. It'll be live streamed on saints.com.au. So check your emails. There'll be a link there for you to watch that, and I'll report on that hopefully later today, if not tomorrow and throughout the week. There's going to be a lot of news on Ross Lyon as senior coach of the St Kilda Football Club. So I'll leave it there, Sainers. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Take care and go you mighty Sainers.